Alright, we got another Batman Arkham City figure to review here. This is Batman Infected, or Unmasked Batman, however you want to say it. I'll probably just call him Unmasked Batman, just for, whatever. I guess DC Direct just figured that since they already released a standard Batman, they're not going to do that for Arkham City, which makes sense. But that's going to leave us with a ton of unnecessary variants. This one I like because you can't go wrong with an unmasked Batman, but Wave 2 has like this stupid looking detective vision Batman, which is just so pointless. But enough of that. Let's get on to Infected Batman. So obviously the big thing that draws your attention to this figure is the unmasked factor. And it's a pretty okay likeness of Bruce Wayne. It doesn't look exactly like how he does in the game. But from certain angles he does, but like that angle, I don't even know who that is. He looks really weird there. I'd say from like this angle he looks the best. But yeah, really nice. The hair is done very well. His hair actually kind of reminds me of like Superman. Superman would definitely have his hair like this. But yeah, it looks good. The head really does look good. And then on his left side, but from the way you're looking it's the right, the left side of his face, you can see all the infections, because in the game the Joker infects him so he can go find a cure. And it looks good, honestly. You can see not only did they just put some marks there, they made it kind of raw looking, like there's some red pinkish marks around where the veins are. So it looks pretty cool. Not as detailed as I had hoped, because it does look just like someone put some marker lines on him. But it's not that bad, and it does look good. A nice touch that they did with this figure is that on the back of the figure, attached to his cape, you can see his cowl. It's pretty cool, nice touch. I'm glad they did that. I don't know if I'm going crazy or not, but I for some reason remember seeing pictures of this figure holding the cowl. I don't know if that's true or not. I might be thinking of a different figure, but I think holding the cowl would have been pretty cool. One thing that I noticed about this figure almost immediately was that they fixed the kind of color issues that a lot of people had with the first Batman figure, because the first figure had a mix of kind of dark blue and just regular black colors, and in this figure he's just all black. There's no blue on him, or if there is blue, it's really dark blue. Like, you can't even tell. Like, actually, now that I am looking, yeah, this part is still blue, but it's really dark and you can't really tell. Same thing with on his gloves. That part is still blue, but it's not as light as it was in the other version. Yeah, overall, I think this costume, honestly, is a little bit better than the first version, just because it has more detail and the colors are a little better looking. So anyway, yeah, he's got standard, Batman logo. You can't not have a Batman logo on the figure. He's got the same pretty much detail on here, except he doesn't have like the rivets kind of on the suit. There are a few, but they're not as pronounced as they were on the Arkham Asylum figure. But yeah, I definitely like the muscle detail a little bit better. It looks a little more realistic, in my opinion. His gauntlets are a little bit more detailed. They were just kind of plain on the other version, and this time they look so much better. They look really, really awesome. This time they actually sculpted him with the fist, which is something that I was wanting in the first figure, but For whatever reason, they gave him 2 open hands. This figure has 1 fist and 1 open hand, so that's always a good balance in my opinion. And here we got his belt. Again, it is much more detailed than the first version. I really like the belt here. It's just everything on it is a little more pronounced. Like you could see here on the previous version, everything's just kind of bland and boring looking, and here you can see everything is a lot more pronounced. Like the lines on the belt, on the certain pouches, they're all more pronounced, and it looks a little bit better in my opinion. There's nothing too special about the lower half of this figure. He pretty much uses the same legs as the other version, only there's a few new things like these 2 guys here. They weren't there on the other version. But yeah, that's about it for new things on this figure. Infected Batman comes with 2 accessories. One is a stand. I don't need to show that off because it's just a really boring black stand. And the other one, I think it's the cryptographic sequencer. Like, honestly, I don't know. I thought when it was in the packaging it was the grappling hook. But it looks more like the cryptographic sequencer, like when it's closed. So, I don't know. Alright, so here is the accessory. Like I said, I think it's the cryptographic sequencer. It's the only thing that it really looks like to me. Like at first I thought it was the grappling hook, but I don't know. I do like it. I do like that each new Batman has a new accessory, which is, you know, a reason to buy the other variants. But I still didn't get Armored Batman from Arkham Asylum. Only because I didn't really care, but he did come with a new cool accessory, and I might pick up Detective Vision Batman just for his accessory, but you never know. Overall, I think Infected Batman is a great Batman, and if this figure actually had the regular Batman mask over it, I think it would be the definitive Batman to get in the Arkham Asylum or Arkham City line. But since he has a Bruce Wayne head, he isn't quite as good. But I mean, this is a spectacular figure. It really is. And I kind of wish at least somewhere down the line they would release the figure with a Batman mask. But I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I would absolutely recommend picking this figure up because he's great, and he is another great addition to the Arkham figures. So yeah, get him. Get him now.